Imagine a classroom where AI isn't just a tool, but a fundamental part of learning. Is your school ready for this future? Hi everyone, I'm Shane. My capstone project explores effective artificial intelligence implementation in primary years program educational settings, specifically at Mount Zaagkam School, MZS, and its Maker Ed department. AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It's already woven into our daily lives, from standalone applications like ChatGPT and virtual assistants to integrated features in software like Google and Microsoft, and even connecting to physical systems such as autonomous cars. My project asks what practical strategies and ethical guidelines are necessary for MZS to successfully pilot generative AI in its PYP Maker Ed program, balancing technological opportunities with student safety and academic integrity. MZS is an international primary years program PYP institution in remote Papua, Indonesia. Our school strongly emphasizes inquiry-based, transdisciplinary learning which underpins our progressive models like project-based and student-led approaches. Integrating essential media and critical literacy, this framework makes MZS uniquely positioned for thoughtful AI integration. The Maker Ed department at MZS is a multidisciplinary hub, integrating design thinking, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. STEAM. It's where students learn by doing, designing and problem solving through hands-on projects aligned with PYP units of inquiry. This makes it an ideal space to experiment and critically engage with AI tools. Our remote setting means access to world-class software and digital tools is vital for connecting students to global developments. However, this also means we need to be extra thoughtful and critically aware of how AI is implemented to ensure responsible usage and appropriate pedagogical approaches. At its core, AI is about the evolution of computers to reach and potentially surpass human intelligence, or even acquire superintelligence. The idea of intelligent machines has been a staple of science fiction for generations, from killer AI in Terminator to romantic chatbots in Her. The concept of AI dates way back to 1956, with early predictions from scientists like Marvin Minsky that it was only a few years away. But the reality was a long road. We saw impressive but narrow AI like IBM's Deep Blue, which beat chess champions, and even high-profile failures like IBM's Watson, which struggled commercially in education and healthcare. What truly changed the landscape? The convergence of massive datasets, powerful cloud computing, and vastly improved deep learning algorithms. OpenAI's ChatGPT 3, released in November 2022, was a game changer. Its seemingly sudden capabilities captured public attention, but this was the culmination of decades of development. As Giuliani et al. 2023 highlight, AI isn't just one thing, it's important to understand its diverse forms and inherent risks. Students today are the first true digital natives, but they need more than just digital fluency. They need critical AI literacy. This means understanding AI-generated content, spotting hallucinations, where AI invents plausible but false information, and navigating a digital landscape where tools like Google's Gemini already dominate search results with AI overviews. This critical scrutiny of information, distinguishing between factual and AI-generated content, can be practically developed within the Maker Ed environment through projects focused on digital fabrication or media analysis where students actively create and deconstruct AI-influenced content. We must fundamentally shift our assessment practices from evaluating just the final product to monitoring the entire learning process. A final written assessment alone no longer reliably demonstrates learning. Inquiry-based learning, a core tenet of PYP and MakerEd, perfectly complements AI by pushing students to discover deeper meanings and solve complex problems, rather than simply taking answers directly from LLMs. A thorough examination of how assessments are achieved by including the process of research, investigation, ideation, and design, all core tenets of MakerEd, will provide authentic demonstrations of learning, moving beyond a sole reliance on final written products. AI offers significant benefits by fostering an augmented intelligence approach. It provides personalized support, like AI tutors available in platforms such as Toddle, and offers creative outlets for students, especially those with anxiety, who can engage with technology without the pressure of public performance. These tools are customizable with themes and characters to better engage students. In MakerEd, such customizable AI tools can be integrated into design challenges, enabling students to creatively explore concepts and build interactive projects tailored to their interests and learning levels. Many educators already feel overwhelmed by the rapid pace of technological change. Some teachers at MZS, for instance, express initial skepticism about AI, similar to past hesitations with other digital tools. However, AI can actually be a huge benefit for them. AI can significantly reduce teacher burnout by automating repetitive tasks, such as lesson planning or administrative duties. This frees up invaluable time for face-to-face human connection, metacognitive modeling, and individualized student support. With teacher shortages globally, like Australia predicting a deficit of 4,100 new graduates by 2025, AI could help retain experienced educators and attract new talent by making the profession more sustainable. Professional development is absolutely critical. PD needs to demystify AI, showing teachers how to effectively integrate into project-based learning and how to use science fiction scenarios to explore complex ethical questions. The MakerEd environment provides a practical, hands-on platform for these PD initiatives, allowing teachers to experiment safely and develop new pedagogical approaches. It's vital that humans excel at abstract reasoning and learning to learn, skills AI still struggles with, requiring millions of simulations to achieve. Teachers are irreplaceable in observing subtle cues, understanding a student's cognitive learning, and addressing conceptual gaps. AI can give them more time to focus on these distinct human strengths, empowering students to take risks and seize new opportunities. Deploying AI brings serious ethical questions. We're talking about inaccuracy and hallucinations, where AI generates convincing but false information. Think about Google's AI generating images of George Washington as black or providing inappropriate text for grade levels. Students and teachers must be vigilant. A major issue is the lack of transparency from large tech companies who often hide their code. This opaqueness makes it hard to understand how AI models are trained and the biases they might contain. For example, the UK government's predictive grading system during COVID-19 was abandoned due to extreme bias against lower socioeconomic schools. Who is responsible when AI makes a mistake? We need clear accountability frameworks. AI bots have already been used for political manipulation, spreading misinformation during elections. In education, extensive data harvesting by opaque tech companies poses huge privacy risks for students. Chatbots, bypassing guardrails, can lead to inappropriate conversations with vulnerable children. We need real-time monitoring and robust safeguards. This societal resistance to machine-caused errors, even when machines are statistically safer, like autonomous vehicles, highlights the need for educational approaches, particularly within practical settings like Maker Ed, to foster critical thinking and evidence-based reasoning. This allows students to rationally assess AI's capabilities and limitations beyond emotional responses, and even design ethical AI solutions. AI is an inevitable and powerful tool that will fundamentally change how work and education are approached. The fear of the unknown, often fueled by science fiction and misgivings, can lead to calls for banning technology. However, as this essay has established, the unstoppable force of development shifts the onus onto learning to effectively utilize and excel with AI to remain relevant in a future-focused society. Lack of adaptation could lead to individuals becoming less productive contributors to society. Therefore, PD and research form a large part of the preparation to create a learning environment that can implement and research the use of AI. Teachers need to be experts to be able to instruct and monitor students in ethical and correct usage. The PYP's Open Project Inquiry Cycle MZS is ideally suited for exploring future-focused learning with AI. Furthermore, the Maker Ed space is uniquely positioned to lead this experimentation and practical application, providing an invaluable environment for students to acquire the critical skills necessary for future learning. Ultimately, by mastering AI software and applications, students and educators can unlock the profound potential of this revolution in education and society, ensuring human ingenuity is augmented, not replaced. Thank you very much.